Warning, this video contains spoilers for Fallout Old World Blues. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be talking about why I do not like Old World Blues from Fallout New Vegas. I want to start off by kind of saying that if you like this DLC, that's okay and you're allowed to have your own opinion about it, but mine is that this is kind of a garbage DLC. I'm going to go through 3 points on why I don't like it. But first off, it feels like there's really no story. There's no lore. And the story goes that you're abducted by these people. Quick side note, their dialogue just stretches on for way too long. That's another reason why I don't like it. I'm not an anti-dialoguer. But you could literally spend like 10 minutes talking to these characters, which stories aren't even that interesting, from this place called the Think Tank. And they take all your organs, like your spine, which isn't an organ, your heart, and your brain, and you have to go, and basically the goal for you is to get those back. But they never said why. And yes, I've played through all of it, and maybe I'm just stupid or whatever, but they just did it for fun. I don't know if it ever said why, but the main objective for the think tank people, those robot scientists there, is for you to get these parts that they need to stop this guy named Mobius. His character is also really weak too, just like all the other scientists, which really only have like one or two characteristics that make them barely even distinguishable from each other. And you just go on this fetch quest for those things. That's really just like Bendy Chapter 3. And it's just super tedious and boring. And you go through these places that just look like they've thrown some dystopian or just like futuristic landscape together and called it a day. And that brings me directly into the second point, that the environments just look so boring and bad. For example, normal Fallout, like New Vegas, usually has these bigger cities or towns that you can explore that really have a good amount of detail and people around. But this just feels empty. Like, I just felt disconnected and detached from the whole environment, and everything looked like the same. And the third point is that there really is there's no new experience in it. It's just fight some enemies that aren't even that cool or interesting, and then you take their energy weapons and you go to another place that looks the exact same as the last place. And I had barely any fun playing this DLC, and I would really only get this or recommend this if you have zero things to do in Fallout New Vegas and just want to suck out every last bit of the game. The plus 5 level cap is nice, but it's barely worth it for experience that isn't even enjoyable. I always hear people like, this is the best DLC, but I don't really agree. But overall, it feels bland and not fun, and barely any story was in it, and nothing really was added. I don't think there was a single energy weapon or anything that was added. There was like some axe that was pretty good. It I wouldn't pay like the $5 to get an axe, an experience that isn't even enjoyable. And if this was on Steam, I would give it a thumbs down. And if I could give a star rating, I would give it a 2 out of 5 stars. And if you have a different opinion, that's fine. That's fine. You can yell at me at the comments. I won't get mad or delete your comments or whatever. I'll try to respond to them. I bet there won't be too many because I don't expect hate comments. That's what I'm saying. But if you made it this far, thanks. Have a good day. Good night. See you next time and goodbye. And also, I got a microphone.